February 6, 2021, a 26-year-old Yale graduate student was shot to death in New Haven, Connecticut after a minor fender bender. Was it a random shooting or was he the target of a premeditated murder? 48 Hours correspondent Anne-Marie Green investigates how detectives tracked down the Ivy League killer.
In February of 2021, 26-year-old Yale graduate student Kevin Jong was gunned down in the middle of the street. Kevin had recently proposed to his girlfriend, Zion Perry. Moments before the shooting, a dark SUV hit Kevin's car, captured on a neighbor's surveillance camera. We zoomed in for clarity.
You see Kevin exit his vehicle and then walk out of frame to approach the SUV.
Seconds later, 8 shots were fired. 45 caliber shell casings were left at the scene. That same night in nearby North Haven, a dark SUV got stuck on snowy railroad tracks.
Is there any way to get us stuck here?
Local police responded, unaware of Kevin's murder.
Do you have your driver's license on you?
Yes.
The driver was Kinshin Pan, an MIT grad student. Police took note of a blue bag and briefcase in the car. 15 hours later, word was now out about the murder and suspicious bags were discovered outside an Arby's.
We found a gun and probably like 10 boxes of bullets.
The bullets were .45 caliber, and there was more, a blue bag and briefcase. Kinshin Pan was now the prime suspect in Kevin's murder. All they had to do was find him.
To give us more insight about this week's 48 Hours is correspondent Anne-Marie Green. Anne-Marie, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
So the big question here is, did they find him?
Did they get their man, right? Well, U.S. Marshals always do, but I tell you, it took a lot longer than they had hoped for. He was on the run for months, and we're talking about a brilliant suspect here, an MIT grad focused on artificial intelligence. He knows his way around technology. There were cell phones destroyed. He was, or someone was disconnecting the GPS tracking systems on vehicles and then reconnecting them. So it was really difficult to track him. They had to outsmart a guy who's, smarter than a lot of people.
And I think another question that I kept asking myself over and over again watching the piece is, what was the connection here between Kevin and the suspect?
Yeah, that was a challenge for investigators because when they first looked at the suspect and Kevin, there was no connection. The two men never knew each other. They only met on that night. But when they dug a little deeper, what they found was that Kevin's new fiancée also went to MIT and had very brief interactions with the suspect. You wouldn't even call them friends, maybe acquaintances, nothing romantic at all. But investigators believe that the suspect really kind of read way more into it than there actually was and may have even developed a little bit of an obsession with her.
So much to unpack here, and you're going to do that this week on 48 Hours. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
You can see this week's episode of 48 Hours right here on CBS 19 tomorrow night at 9.